Welcome back to today's video. We see how hard it is to fix a frame. Now that she's been properly warmed up, let me just remove the choke real quick. There we go. Oh yeah. Now you may be wondering, how did this break?
Oh damn, watch out! Yeah! Yeah!
Well, Toyotas are notorious for breaking frames, and I did it at an off-road park, never been to, Sunday night at 9 o'clock, with an inch of rain that whole day. So as you can imagine, conditions were pretty rough, and well, the trail was also very rough, so, you know, didn't realize until I got out on the road and the wheel was 90 degrees to the left that something was definitely wrong. Alright, let me take you under here to see what we got. Let me just, this rocker, just, that'll get buffed out. Anyways, here's the real damage. I had to put this bar in to hold it up so that way it wasn't on jacks. But there's a lot of damage. And look on the inside here. We get a light up. Oh yeah, she's that's not something you want to see too often. So yeah, this is kind of what we're dealing with here. Got a gallon of rain going right in my face. Oh. Anywho, shit's in my ear. Okay, couldn't have put my head in a worse spot there, but anywho, yeah, not too bad. So it broke the cross member and the frame. And there's, hole up here. I basically just came down here with a sledgehammer and beat it up. And yeah, there's another hole down here that I was beating on. So pretty much the frame's junk, but I'm gonna do the right thing and decide to save it, because that seems smart. So yeah, let's try to get to it. I don't even know how, but by some miracle I was able to pull that bolt, the cab mount bolt, out of the truck, which I was kind of surprised by. I might end up I was gonna try to replace this whole cab mount because it's kind of gone. And if I'm doing the whole frame, might as well do the cab mount. So I'm honestly just can't believe that that bolt came out, to be honest with you. I heated up from the top and the bottom of the torch and somehow it came out. So yeah. Well, there's one piece of the frame. See, now right here, this is the exact reason why these frames rot out. You can see all the debris that gets in here, and then water just sits in here and rots the frame from the inside out. So that's just kind of how these things rot. I mean, that's just terrible. This is the pile just from when I came under here and beat it with a hammer. That's what fell out from that mess. So, you know, consider this weight reduction, if you will. Cab mount deleted. Okay, so now that the other side is pretty much good to go, I'm gonna repeat the same thing on this side and just cut out the bad area. Alright, so here's the final product for this side, the cut part. So now what I'm gonna do is take a sawzall so I can get these pieces out here and then start cleaning up the metal. And then start cutting out the patches and then we'll weld them in. Well, that was pretty rough. I couldn't even get anything over here. This side, I don't know. It came out alright. I had to adjust the settings a little bit because I couldn't get nothing to weld at first. Over here, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. After I get the two plates welded up on either side, I'm gonna cut this out, and then I'm gonna build a box that goes around the whole frame, and it's gonna taper off up the side of the frame rail, so that way, like, because these welds now create a weak point where more stress could happen, and it also, the frame is supposed to bend and flex, and the welding does stop that, so it creates a higher stress point if that's not flexing and the rest of the frame is. And also, it's better not to have it'd be better if I just like tapered it off, like coming up here or something like that. And then I can't really do that much here, and then I'll do it on the same thing on the other side going this way, so that way it's like more evenly distributed, and That's what's going to help cover the bottom too. Okay, so now I got all of these cut out, and I'm basically just gonna, these are like added supports, and I did this so it wasn't like a vertical weld, and it kind of like carried the support or whatever outwards a little bit instead of just straight up and down. And these extend past the patches I have in there now, so this should be a good fix and stronger than the rest of the frame at the end of it. And this piece is so long just to cover up the hole on the farther side of the frame. I'll show you in a second. But now I think I'm gonna take both these all those pieces and run through the drill press so I can put some spot welds throughout the pieces, which I think will add to the integrity of it. Alright, so I got the areas marked out where I can drill, and this will be done in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Done. Hate to say it, but with everything cut, might be time to weld it up. That looks close enough. Alright, so we got this side mostly welded up here. Came out pretty good. Had some difficulty welding the top, but that was alright. The only areas I have left is in here, which I'm not sure I can weld to because that's kind of rotted out. Up here a little bit, and then I haven't welded down here. So I was hoping to heat this up and bang it in with a hammer. So that way it follows the curve of the frame. And then I can weld that up. This was came out not bad because it welded right to the patch of the person that had it before me. So, you know. Oh, and this is the hole that the flat piece that goes underneath it's gonna cover up. It'll go from here all the way to somewhere down here. Alright, so now going to the other side. Kinda messed the set up just a little bit. So, this, I don't really have a lot of clean metal to weld to there. Guess I kind of underestimated how far it was going to go. Weld up there. The only problem is there's a bit of a gap between these two. When I welded the plate behind this in, it was kind of crooked and it didn't really line up right. And then this gap is terrible up here. See if I can get you to see that. I don't know, it's pretty bad. So I might try to heat it up and then beat it with a hammer like I am the other side. And then I completely didn't realize how far this went and didn't grind off that material. So I guess I'll have to go back and do that. And then also, this is a little bit short because the other plates come in about here. So yeah, that's a pretty big gap there. This side ain't too bad. I could deal with that probably. But this, I don't know. I was laying out here in my head. My neck was killing me, and I just kind of tacked it up there and hope for the best. But yeah, now I gotta correct this side quite a bit. Okay, quick recap here. GoPros were dying and stuff, so I don't know what I got. But anyways, got this welded in, the lower plate somewhat welded in. And then the plate on the other side's, that should be totally almost solid. Anyways, just kind of finishing up the welds here and stuff. But today, the part for the front came in. So the wheels, it pulls when I drive down the road, it pulls right hard, and it's because of this guy here. I don't know if you can see that well, but this whole thing moves, and if I was to jack this up, the wheel would flop back and forth really easily. So this in here is shot. I think when I hit a rock when I was, on that off-road trail with the front right tire. So I think this idler arm let go, and so here's the new part here. So it gets replaced from here over. Tough part's gonna be popping out this old ball joint, or separating them at least. So that should be fun, but I think this should fix the problem, and it should drive down the road straight, hopefully. There she is. Oh, some of it at least. There's the half. Okay, so this bolt here is a 19mm, and I've already cracked it off camera, so. And now we get to the favorite part, which is separating these two. And I'm getting nowhere. Alright, so I went out and, got one of these. I tried to be the hero and not, get one, but I think this is going to work a lot better than struggling. And there you go, it's that easy. Too bad I had to struggle for, an hour before doing that. So, yeah, there's the tip of the day. Alright, so this guy here I was already messing with, and most of these bolts are out except for this one, so just remove those quick. Okay, there's the old guy out. There's a lot of up and down slop here, so I think that's what was causing the issue. And hopefully when we slap the new one in, it should fix it. Alright, so this might be a bit of a problem here. I think there's this has been worn down, it looks like it, and there's now a gap between the ball joints, or well, the ball joint, and I can't tighten this up anymore because I think it's running out of threads. So yeah, that ain't very good, but I don't know, could just stuff a washer in there if I really wanted to. Okay, so in regards to the original issue with the wheel, the steering wheel being 90 degrees to the left, the wheels are pretty straight from back to front, and it still has the issue where that's what the steering wheel looks like. So that did not fix the steering wheel issue, but it tightened everything up a lot more. There's still some slop, which is probably due to this ball joint or that one back in there. So still some play with the wheel. But I think the main concern I have is does it drive down the wheel or drive down the road straight? Even if the wheel's like turned like that or whatever. I got this pretty much, it'll hold enough for now. Oh, I forgot to mention I cut that bar out too and put this in. It looks a lot better with that. So yeah, maybe I'll take it for a drive down the road and see if it pulls to the right or not. Alright, so I'm going down the road. Of course it's snowing out, you know, but yeah, like zero improvement here. If I let go of the wheel, you know, go straight to the ditch. So yeah, that's fantastic. So probably something else broke or bent, I don't know, who knows at this point. Okay, so it's been a few days since that last drive, but I've got everything pretty much welded up now. Grinded down, put in this cab mount here. Came out pretty good. And all this is pretty much all the same, just welded it all up. Under here I did a lot. Got pretty much everything welded up. Came out pretty good. Not gonna go crazy grinding up this side, making it smooth, because nobody's ever really gonna see it. And then for this right here, this cross member or whatever, I think I'm gonna not do it for now, because I have to go back to college pretty soon here, and I think I'm just gonna paint it what I have now, and then I can return to this. It's pretty bad, and there's nowhere for me to really cut it and weld it, so I'll have to figure out something for this. But I think I'm gonna paint it now. All the welding is pretty much done, so I can stop laying over here and getting burned alive like Anakin Skywalker. And yeah, just kind of paint it up so that way it doesn't rust. Okay, so the paint of choice today is Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover, for one simple reason. That was all they had. So it's been a day later. Put a couple coats of paint on. Came out pretty good. Let's be honest here, you can't come to watch this video for any paint tips, so I just kind of cleaned it up the best I could with a wire wheel and just, you know, went to town. But yeah, it came out pretty good. A little bit of drippage, but you know, just look at the rest of the truck and it doesn't really matter. So there's only one thing that makes sense to do. Now we got a test on it. Alright, there we go. Back down the off-road trail. Gotta see how she does. Oh yeah, act like it never left. Alright, so it's not the most difficult off-road trail by any means, but it's got quite the view. Quite the drop too. But you know, it was good just to test on and make sure that nothing broke, which doesn't look like it did. So it's hard to see, but yeah, we're still holding together here. Sorry for the bad lighting, but its first outing was successful. Drove here, foot to the floor, of course, you know, maxed out at like 55, but you know, it made it. Nice little off-road trail to finish it off. But yeah, I'd say the frame went successful. The front is well, the front right is bent. The frame, it's bent somewhere up in here area. I was able to measure the frame and see that it's like an inch too short from what it should be. So it's got to get pulled out in there. But that's another day. So, but I think this will top this video off here. Thanks for watching.